Late at night, Emma often studied in the old town library. One evening, as the clock struck midnight, she heard a faint whisper from the back shelves. At first, she thought it was just her imagination, but the whispers grew clearer, calling her name. She followed the sound to a dusty section where no one ever went. There, she found an old diary with her initials on the cover, even though she had never seen it before. Opening it, Emma discovered the pages were filled with her own handwriting, describing things she had not yet lived. The last entry read, "Don't look behind you." Startled, she turned, but no one was there. The whisper faded, and the library lights flickered. Emma ran out, never returning at night again. Jake always greeted his elderly neighbor, Mrs. Wilson, every morning. One day, her house looked dark, and the curtains were drawn. Concerned, Jake knocked on her door, but no answer came. That night, he saw her silhouette in the window, waving. Relieved, he waved back. The next morning, police cars filled the street. An officer told Jake that Mrs. Wilson had passed away in her sleep 3 days earlier. Shocked, Jake looked at her window. It was empty. Since then, whenever he passes by at night, he avoids looking, fearing the silhouette might wave again. During a business trip, Sarah checked into a small roadside hotel. The room was cozy, but something about the tall mirror bothered her. At night, she glanced at it and noticed her reflection was smiling, even though she wasn't. Startled, she turned away, convincing herself it was exhaustion. But every time she looked again, the reflection was a second slower, as if it was thinking on its own. By dawn, she decided to cover the mirror with a sheet. The next morning, the sheet was on the floor, neatly folded, and the mirror stood bare. Sarah checked out immediately, leaving the mirror and its strange reflection behind. Lena missed her train and waited for the midnight bus. The street was empty, and the cold air made her shiver. Soon, a bus arrived without headlights, stopping silently in front of her. The doors opened, revealing rows of empty seats and a driver with his face hidden in shadow. Something about the stillness felt wrong. She stepped back, shaking her head. The driver said nothing, only stared. Then, without a sound, the bus drove away, disappearing into the night. The next morning, Lena read in the newspaper that the midnight bus had been discontinued years ago. When Daniel moved into his new house, he noticed the attic door was nailed shut. Curious, he pried it open one evening. Inside, he found old furniture, dusty boxes, and a rocking chair that seemed to sway slightly. Shrugging it off, he left. That night, as he lay in bed, he heard creaking above him, the sound of the chair rocking. Every night after, the noise returned, always the same rhythm. He nailed the attic door shut again, but the creaking continued. Now, Daniel avoids the upstairs hallway after dark, knowing something in the attic waits to keep rocking forever.